Hey guys, how are you guys doing today? Good afternoon. Today we're here with our amazing Dr. Porter. So today you guys, we're going to be asking her lots of questions. And any questions that you guys may have, you already know, you can go ahead and put them in the chat, you guys. So we're going to start with our questions, okay? So the first question we have is welcome. I see someone already joined the live. Welcome, good afternoon. I hope you're having an amazing day. So today we're doing a live with Dr. Porter, you guys. What do you think about getting a tummy tuck and 1 or 2 years after I get pregnant?
After you get pregnant, as long as you're not, so ideally you get a tummy tuck after you're done having kids. Sometimes it happens in reverse, but 1 or 2 years after is fine. Technically you need 6 months. That's kind of pushing it a little bit because your body still is kind of changing, but that's when it's safe to do it.
Of course. Would you say that, getting pregnant could, make that like excess skin go back, or is that like a possible thing?
Oh, getting pregnant again?
Yeah, after your tummy tuck.
Yeah. I mean, you can always get extra skin. And if you gain weight, that's why you kind of want to keep it about the same weight after you get surgery.
Of course. Welcome, you guys. I see lots of people are joining the live. So, you guys, when you're looking forward to booking your free virtual consultation and your free in-person consultation with Dr. Porter, you just go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner. In her left bottom corner, you're going to see this blue folder. You're going to click in, put your name, your phone number, and your email, you guys. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you, okay? So, what is your favorite procedure to perform?
Probably a tummy tuck, just because everybody is always happy to get rid of the stubborn skin. Almost everyone's happy with tummy tucks.
Amazing. No, it is a big change, of course, because you're getting rid of all that excess skin, getting a flat tummy that we are looking for, right? So that's amazing. It's a win-win. So, how do you determine the best incision technique for a breast lift?
So it all has to do with what we're starting with. So for if you have if your nipple is really far down there from where it used to be, then chances are that you need a inverted T. Some people do qualify for a vertical, just like around the areola and then down. The inverted T is kind of like the go-to because it is able to remove the most skin, give you the most amount of kind of reshaping. And then if your nipple is only like a centimeter displaced or something, then you can get away with around the areola.
Oh, great. Wow.
And we use specific measurements that are like standardized for that.
Of course. So it really depends also on the person's body type and stuff like that. Yeah. So, what are the main differences in surgical approach for a younger patient versus an older patient getting a breast reduction?
A younger patient and an older patient, surgical approach, it's the same. I think it's more patient specific. Do you want to get rid of the breast tissue? You're just sick of having it. Do you want your breast more, to get rid of some of the tissue and to be lifted more fullness? Do you need an implant? It's very patient specific. For pre-op though, if you're over a certain age or something, then yeah, we do need you probably to see a cardio as well.
So I see here Ade Barra 58, you asked for location. So we're located in Miami, Florida, you guys. This location is in Doral, and this is where Dr. Porter is located in, you guys, okay? So Icon Cosmetic Center here in Doral, Miami, Florida. So go ahead and leave your information right here in this blue folder, you guys. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you, okay? So I see here, hi, what do you recommend? Panis, or tummy tuck BMI 34.
So are you talking about a paniculectomy? Those are two different things. So an abdominoplasty, which is a tummy tuck, means that we are removing the extra skin from the bottom and changing your belly button, creating a new opening for it. And we're also tightening the muscles. So a lot of women who have carried extra weight or have carried children, your muscles separate. We need to bring them back together. So that's what's included in a tummy tuck. So if you stand up and suck in the mirror and you're flat, but when you relax, you kind of have like a pot belly on the bottom. It's usually worse on the bottom for women, especially who have had children. Then yeah, you probably need those muscles tightened. If you just want to get rid of extra skin, then, or you're like sometimes for massive weight loss, then you can get a paniculectomy. But generally we do the abdominoplasty.
Amazing, wow. How long should a patient wait after childbirth before getting a mommy makeover?
So you definitely need 6 months, but that's more up to you. Are you breastfeeding? Because there are some considerations. You do take pain medications, the anesthesia, you have to pump and dump, so you may need a breast pump if you're not using one. Your body still is changing after childbirth, you know, for a while. So it's really up to you, because once we do surgery, you know, nothing is set in stone. Gravity is always going to win. So if your body is still changing, there's a chance it can still change.
Okay. Can a breast lift improve cleavage, or is that only possible with implants?
It depends on the person and how your breasts kind of naturally sit. So a breast lift really, at first it looks swollen and full and like sits higher, but then after 6 to 9 months, it's gonna kind of settle, kind of back to kind of how it is, but your nipple will be situated higher. So instead of like the nipple, you know, like pointing down, or if you really had like long droopy breasts, then yeah, it's gonna be smaller, but the like full cleavage look, the stereotypical, that's an implant.
Okay. How does the thickness of a patient's skin affect breast lift results?
So with any surgery, thicker skin is always better, because it just has better kind of snapback, elasticity. And you know, if you're someone who has a lot of stretch marks or something, then your skin probably isn't the best. It's not going to really affect the results. It may just not last as long as somebody who has a little bit of thicker skin. So us Caucasian ladies, it's all downhill. No, I don't mean to be morbid. But
how do you handle cases for breast reduction where one breast is significantly larger than the other?
With measurements, we can make them, you know, equal. The thing you have to know about breasts, and I'll say this in pre-op a million times, is that they are sisters, they are never twins. So yes, we can make them about even, but they're never going to be totally perfect, you know, symmetrical. But yeah, with the measurements, we can move the areola and the nipple to about the same place, and then with an implant or reduction, then we can kind of match each side. But again, they are sisters, they are never twins.
Very important, you guys. So what tips would you give out to somebody that is healing from like a breast lift or a breast reduction?
Have patience. I think that's the best, because again, you're at first everything is going to be super high and swollen, particularly with implants. They rag very high at first. They look crazy, right? Because we put them under the muscle, or even if not, and they're sitting super high. It takes months for them to relax, and one day you're going to look in the mirror and be like, oh, I really like how this looks. But at first it looks square and boxy and ugly, and that lasts for a few months. And then once things settle, it starts to look more natural, like fuller at the bottom. But actually at first, you know, we want the top to be fuller. You kind of want it almost like an inverted teardrop, so that when it settles into the right place.
So Tara, I see here that you're saying I want to lift. Well, first of all, you know, good afternoon, how are you doing today? Hello. And then I see here that you're putting, where are you out of? So I'm guessing you're asking us for our location. Our location is here in Doral, in Miami, Florida. This is where Dr. Porter resides here at Icon Cosmetic Center in Doral, okay? So Tara, I see here that you want to lift. So I'm here to tell you, love, that we have amazing specials going on and amazing promotions going on that you can take greatly advantage of, so that way our amazing Dr. Porter can get you right with that lift that you've been wanting, okay? So I'm gonna let you know right now, in my left bottom corner in this blue folder, put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you and, you know, have more of a one-on-one personalized conversation with you, okay? So the next question is, what's the best way to maintain results long-term for my mommy makeover?
So the best way to maintain results is diet and exercise. I mean, so we kind of kick-started or helped you do what the gym couldn't do or eating healthy couldn't do, but you wouldn't buy a new car and trash it. So this is an investment, you know, just like buying a new car, new house, whatever it is, and you want to keep it, you know, maintenance. So you still have to go to the gym. You still have to eat healthy. I mean, it doesn't have to, I hate the word diet. I think that you should live like a healthy lifestyle, but yeah.
We're very positive here at Icon Cosmetic Center, you guys. We're always going to make sure that you feel like, okay, like they're explaining everything to me. They're telling me exactly what I'm supposed to do. You're never going to feel like, oh, you know, like you're confused on something that we're not explaining you. We're always going to go over every single little thing here. So whatever questions, whatever doubts you guys may be having right now, don't be shy. You can go ahead and put them in the chat, okay, you guys? So, how do you approach tummy tucks for patients who have undergone massive weight loss?
So depending, it's patient specific. Some patients just have a little bit of a pannus, you know, at the bottom that we're able to take away, but you know, we can do some lipo of the sides if you have a little bit of fat, but there are some patients that they have a ton of extra skin too on the sides, so that we have to do like a fleur-de-lis tummy tuck. So that's an incision here and here. I mean, it's patients, it's, you know, kind of what you want to. You can always excise more skin, so if you're not committed to that huge scar, then you can try to see what a regular tummy tuck would do for you, and come back for more after. Some people are just relieved to have the hanging skin gone.
Of course. How do you handle previous surgical scars when performing a mommy makeover?
Like a C-section scar?
Yeah, like a C-section, or maybe, you know, in the past they had any other kind of surgery, and then how do you handle a previous surgical scar when performing a mommy makeover?
So a C-section goes, our incisions are lower than that, so it'll be replaced by a lower, bigger incision. And then for like a vertical C-section scar, or if you have like a lower laparotomy, like anything up until the belly button is pretty much guaranteed to be gone. I mean, not 100%. Some people do need a small T if you don't have that much skin. But if you have like a midline incision from exploratory laparotomy, or like little port sites or something, then those are probably going to stay behind if they're in the upper abdomen. Yeah.
How should I sleep after a breast augmentation with a BBL?
They sell those beds, like the avocado pillow, I think, with like the hole in the butt or something. If not, you know, protect the breast. That's kind of, you know, where we want the blood supply and everything. You can always graft more fat, but you just have to kind of put like pillows behind the back and under the legs.
So kind of lift it, you guys. So that way your butt's not touching anything, but your breasts are also not touching anything. So you're lifted overall and still at a comfortable position to be able to sleep, right?
Yeah. I always prefer to protect incisions over fat. Like I said, you can always graft more fat. It's a bigger pain to deal with necrosis or wound breakdown.
How do you determine if a patient needs extended versus traditional abdominoplasty?
So I just do whatever the patient needs. So, you know, I guess I'm like, if you're just have a little bit of loose skin or something, then yeah, it's just the size of the scar. But I'm gonna do whatever you need to do. But if you are like higher BMI, chances are you're gonna need extended, because the scar will have to go further out for us to achieve the same result.
How do glandular tissue and skin quality impact the choice of breast lift technique? Because I know there's different ones right here.
So if you have a lot of glandular tissue and you want to be lifted, then chances are you do need some reduction. Everybody gets scared when you say that because they're like, I like the size of my breasts, but maybe you want to add an implant or something. But the problem is if we just lift with the skin, in like 6 months, it's going to be back to where it was before. So you can't handle the weight. That's why this happened in the first place. And yeah, that's probably skin quality doesn't really impact it so much.
It's more the glandular tissue impacts. Okay, great. What factors influence whether a patient qualifies for a vertical versus an anchor incision reduction?
So how much skin you have. I mean, I know people hate the T-scar, but it's like a really great operation because it gets rid of the most, it tightens the most. So if you go from your nipple to the fold underneath your breast, you're supposed to have like around 5 to 6 centimeters there. Chances are most people have more than that unless you are somebody who really doesn't have, you know, much breast, or you're just gifted in life, but or young. But so that bottom incision really allows us to take that and prevents it from like bottoming out, loosening over time.
What is the best method for preserving belly button aesthetics during a tummy tuck?
Everybody has their own technique, but just you kind of want it either to look natural or to kind of be like the scar to be a little hidden. Truthfully, it's never going to look 100% natural. Even if the scar is hidden, it kind of has that like ellipse shape. So yeah, it's just.
So Freedom, I see here, Freedom, you put, I need abs ASAP. Well, I'm gonna here to tell you something right now. Go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner, and there's a blue folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you, okay? So, how do you handle patients who want a breast reduction but are concerned about volume loss over time?
Yeah, so you can always add an implant.
Mm-hmm.
I hesitate to do implants on huge reductions because I think most of the time you're coming because you want to get rid of the weight and the tissue, and it just is kind of a higher risk for nipple necrosis. So if you really have very large pendulous breasts, then it's better off to do the reduction first and then you can come back for an implant. Same thing with a lift. If you have decent sized breast tissue and you want an implant and a lift and we can get away with it, then it's better off to start smaller and go bigger later, just because there is always risks of the implant wound distance if we put in a huge implant and do a lift, and nipple necrosis is a higher risk.
So we have a question here from Freedom. How long is the recovery for abdominal lipo?
Not long. So if you just want to do the abdomen, then you recover pretty quickly. And also depends on your size, like how much volume we're taking out. But you're gonna feel some pain, some soreness, and then after a week or two, you'll be back to normal. If it's just lipo, you can, as long as you're wearing your compression and stuff, get back to easing into your routine within like 2 to 3 weeks of like lifting and stuff like that.
What's the difference between a traditional breast lift and an internal bra technique?
So some people do it with sutures where they're trying to put the pedicle like situated. It also kind of depends what pedicle you're using. And then also there's mesh too. I'm not a fan of using the mesh, and it's very expensive, to be honest, because it increases the risk for infection and stuff.
How do you determine if a patient has enough fat to achieve the desired breast size with fat transfer?
Breast size?
Yeah.
Oh, so for
transfer.
fat transfer to your breast, we can add about a cup size to each.
Oh, nice.
Ideally, it's going to be fuller at first, but that's the thing with fat transfer is that about 50% of the fat doesn't survive. So you can aim to go up like half a cup to a cup, depending on the amount of fat that you have. But I mean, it's patient specific. If you have a decent sized abdomen, then we can get, you know, all that just from the abdomen, or, you know, but it all depends on the patient.
We all have fat distributed in different areas, you guys. So, you know, even when we believe that we don't have enough fat, we do. So this is the last question, you guys. Whatever questions you guys may have, go ahead and put them in the chat, okay? What's the difference between high volume and low volume, like, you know, like a BBL and a skinny BBL? What are these different, like, BBL techniques, and how do you choose? You know, what makes a skinny BBL, what makes a BBL, you know, a more projected booty?
So it just depends on what you want. If you want, and the amount of fat that you have, and also your butt to begin with. So, you know, sometimes people have a ton of fat, but they don't have any butt, like their bottom is tight. These are kind of people generally who have very skinny legs and like a larger midsection, have hold a lot of fat in the midsection, but there's like almost nothing in the bottom. And I mean, you're gonna get a significant change, but because of the way that the body structure naturally is, it's probably not gonna look like so much of a change. There are pretty thin girls who come in that just want like a look, like to look like they work out. So it all depends on patient goals and how much you want to put in there. You know, we always try to overfill it at first because some of the fat does die. But
well, you guys, those were all the questions, and you know, thank you so much, Dr. Porter, for being with us here today. Thank you guys for all of those questions and all of those lovely comments. You guys, go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this blue folder, you guys, so that way, you know, we can put you on schedule for a free virtual consultation or a free in-person consultation with our lovely Dr. Porter. Again, doctor, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much. And you know, you guys, Dr. Porter does have to go see a patient, so but we'll be back very soon with her, very soon, you guys. So now I'm gonna be telling you guys about all of these amazing financial plans. Bye, doctor. Thank you so much. So love her. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like they're saying they love you. Thank you so much, you guys. That is so amazing. You know, here our lovely Dr. Porter is ready for you guys. You know, go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner. Did I read that right? Oh, okay. Where did I just see that? Okay. So I see lots of people are joining the live right now. Hi guys, how are you guys doing today? Good afternoon. Let me know any questions you guys may have, anything you guys want to know. I'm going to be telling you guys what your BMI is. Okay, so I'm going to be telling you what your BMI is. All you have to tell me is your weight and your height. That way I can let you know what your BMI is. Okay, you guys? I am super excited that I get to share all of this information with you guys. And let me tell you something. Right now, we have amazing promotions taking place that you can take great advantage of, okay? So let me explain to you something, you guys. Here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we are coming in hot with lots of these promotions that not only are we multiplying your deposit, so let me start there. We're multiplying your $250 deposit times 2, you guys. So what does that mean? That your $250 deposit now is going to be getting turned into a $500 deposit. And let me tell you something. This applies for every single surgeon and for every single surgery, you guys, okay? So I see here Summer and Melly Mac. How are you guys doing today? Good afternoon. Happy Friday. I'm going to go right ahead and let you guys know what your BMI is. You guys, all you need to do is put your weight and your height, okay? That's all you guys need to do. And remember, your BMI is something that is really, really, really important. Good. How's it there? Good, love. Thank you so much for asking. Very good. You know, it's Friday. Friday and the body knows it, right? But let me see. I see here. Summer, you put 5'4". Let me see. So Summer, your BMI is 24.9, love, so you good to go. You know, the BMI limit, you guys, is up to 40. But you know, even if your BMI is higher than 40, you guys, that doesn't mean that you have to get sad or that you have to get discouraged. No, you guys, that just means that you can still come in for a free virtual consultation or a free in-person consultation. So that way, you know, you can have a professional's opinion and a professional tips and recommendations on how you can get your BMI to drop, okay? So, Summer, in case you didn't hear me, your BMI is 24.9. Okay, so Mel Mac, I'm gonna go right with you. Mel Mac, okay, wait. Mel Mac and Kiana Shea, I'm gonna go right with you guys now, okay? So, I see here, user 43, it's kind of a long username. So, I see here you're asking, where are you located? We're located in Miami, Florida. We have 3 locations here in Miami, Florida of Icon Cosmetic Center. We have one in Blue Lagoon, we have one in Doral, and we have one in Hialeah, you guys, okay? So, the clinic, the surgeons that reside in this location, in the Doral location, are Dr. Porter and Dr. Fisher. The surgeons that reside in the Hialeah location are Dr. Tamer, Dr. Zong, and Dr. Harrow. And the surgeons that reside in the Blue Lagoon location are Dr. Meridian, Dr. Garani, and Dr. Giselle Garani, you guys, okay? So in case you were wondering, you know, that's where all of our surgeons reside. Very, very important that we remember that information. So, like how I was saying to you guys, Kiana Shea, I'm gonna go right with you. So you put 5'2", 148. So Kiana Shea, your BMI is 27.1. So your BMI is 27.1. You're good to go for whatever surgery it is that you're looking forward to getting. You're good to go. Okay. Okay, you guys. And Mel Mac. Now I'm going with you. 5'5". 145. So Mel Mac, your BMI is 24.1. Okay, so you're also good to go. All of you ladies that have put your information, you know, your weight and your height, you all of you guys have, you know, amazing BMIs. You know, you guys, and we have to remember that the BMI, what it stands for, is body mass index, and this is what detects how much body fat we have on our body. So this is what it allows the surgeon to see, you know, how much body fat we have in our body, you guys. So that is something that is super, super, super important for you guys to remember, okay? So, let me see. Perfect. I never heard mine. Oh, Mel Mac. Let me repeat it, love. I'm sorry. 24.1. Okay, so yours is 24.1, your BMI. All of you ladies are good to go. You know, whatever surgery it is that you're looking forward to getting, you could go ahead and do that, okay? Because when we are talking about BMIs, the reason why there's a limit up to 40 is because, you know, things can get a little tricky when, you know, you are getting surgery when your BMI is higher than 40. So that is something that is really, 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 really important. It's super, super important because your BMI has to be lower than 40. Now, if you put your weight and your height and your BMI happens to be higher than 40, there's no issue in that, you guys. You know, that just means that you need to come in for a free virtual consultation or a free in-person consultation. So that way, you know, one of our surgeons, he or she, can advise you on some tips and some recommendations on how to get your BMI to drop. Okay, you guys, that's something that is extremely, extremely important. Mel Mac, I just joined. What type of services do you offer, please? Of course, love. No worries. Of course, I'm here to help you guys out. You know, I'm here to educate you, so no worries. Of course. So all the surgeries, you know, all the procedures that we offer here are the following: BBLs, tummy tucks, mommy makeovers, breast augmentations, lipo. You know, you can add things to your lipo like J plasma, ab etching. You know, we also do different areas of lipo around the body, like arm lipo, inner thigh lipo, buccal fat lipo, chin lipo, neck lipo, upper back lipo. You know, this area right here is like the bottom of your knee, like your calf lipo, pelvic area lipo. You know, in between your chest and the armpit lipo, this right here. There's many different areas of lipo that we also can perform for you guys here as well. And let me see, vaginoplasties, labiaplasties, breast reductions, breast lifts, breast fat transfers. I believe I already said BBLs. But let me tell you something. Right now we have specials on absolutely every single surgery, you guys. And it's honestly so amazing to see the way that all of these promotions are taking place and how all of these promotions, you can use them to your advantage. So let me explain. Right now, we have an amazing promotion going on where your $250 deposit can get multiplied times 2. Will get multiplied times 2. So your $250 deposit now will be turning into a $500 deposit. And let me tell you something. This applies for every single procedure and for every single surgeon, you guys, okay? So what I'm letting you know now is that this is your moment. This is your time. What are you waiting for to finally, prioritize yourself, lock in, make sure that you are getting all of these amazing prices, you guys. So another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that we are also having another promotion where you can get up to 2 extra areas of free lipo, you guys. Yeah, you heard that right. You can get 2 extra areas of free lipo. So I'm letting you know now, with everything that is taking place right now, with all of these amazing promotions, and I haven't even gotten to that part. There's also financial plans I haven't mentioned yet, but I will be explaining now. And then there's also specials on the surgery themselves, okay? So on every single procedure, there's amazing specials right now that are taking place. And you may be wondering, well, why doesn't she just say them? You guys, the reason why is because every time I say the specials on the surgeries, for some reason, TikTok doesn't allow me to. So I'm here to let you know now for you to leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this blue folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys, okay? So that is something super important for you guys to keep in mind and for you guys to remember. I'm letting you know now, not only do you have the help of all these amazing specials, but there's also a special on the surgery itself. So when you put your $250 deposit in, you get to lock in this amazing price for up to 2 years. So you literally have 2 years to pay off your surgery, which, trust me, you're not going to need 2 years to pay off your surgery. And your deposit is going to be getting multiplied times 2. Now you're going to be having a $500 deposit. And that's not even the best part. And you can get 2 extra areas of free lipo, you guys, okay? So let's say, for example, you're looking forward to getting a mommy makeover and you would like to get some arm lipo. So each arm will be counting as 1 free area of lipo, you guys. So what does that mean? That, we can literally get our mommy makeover at a discounted price. Our deposits getting multiplied times 2. And we're also getting to lock in these amazing 2 extra areas of free lipo. And with the help of the financial plans, in no time, you'll become an iconic doll, you guys. In no time, you'll be getting rid of whatever it is that is troubling you, that that you are struggling with at the current moment. I'm letting you know now that it has never been easier. Like right now, today, as we speak, for you to finally get your surgery, you guys. It is something so amazing for us to see, and it's something that you should really take to your advantage. And don't think that these promotions are gonna be around for forever and stuff like that. Like, don't think like, oh, I could just wait on it. No, you guys, I'm letting you know now that if this is something that you've been wanting, the price that it's at, the promotions that are taking place, this is the best time for you to take action and take that next step forward into finally getting the surgery that you've been wanting. Here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we have a perfect understanding that not everyone heals the same. Not everyone has the same blood circulation. Not everyone has the same skin elasticity. So all of these things really do play a part when we are, looking forward to getting surgery. And the reason why I'm saying that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we have a perfect understanding of those things is because, you guys, we are always going to prioritize you. We're always going to have your best interest in mind, you guys. We are always going to make sure that whatever it is that you're looking for to getting, that you're well educated on the topic, that you feel safe, that you feel heard, you feel understood, you feel prioritized. Like, all of those things really do matter. So when you're looking forward to getting surgery, that's why I'm mentioning them, and that's why I'm telling you guys to do your research. You want to make sure that the surgeon that you're going with is a board certified surgeon with many years of experience. And lucky for you, that's exactly what Icon Cosmetic Center consists of, you guys. Here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we are always going to make sure that, we are prioritizing your needs, your wants. So what does that mean? All of our surgeons are board certified surgeons, you guys, that have over 10 years of experience. Many patients worldwide, internationally. Yeah, you guys, we are we are literally international. You know, you guys, we have iconic dolls worldwide. Okay, so like how I'm telling you, you know, you want to find a highly professional staff, you know, a staff that is going to be working together as a team to make sure that your experience is the best experience that you could possibly ever had. Okay, you guys, so all of these things are really, 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 really important for you guys to remember. And you know, JH69, I think that you probably don't know us. I believe that maybe you haven't done your research on us, but that's okay. You know, we can all learn about new things, and we can all learn about, you know, the clinic and our surgeons. You could go ahead and look at our reviews. You can go ahead and, you know, see Icon Cosmetic Center on our Instagram, our patients' testimonies. You could look at those beautiful before and afters, and you know, maybe you could also get the surgery that you've been wanting to get. You know, I'm here to let you know that we can definitely help you out with that, and we can definitely help you with anything that is troubling you, anything that is bothering you, that is making you feel uncomfortable. Maybe you're avoiding certain type of clothes, or you're avoiding certain places or certain activities. I'm here to let you know now that we can definitely help you, and you know, you don't have to look anywhere else. You know, here at Icon Cosmetic Center is the right clinic for you. Not only do we have amazing board certified surgeons with many years of experience, but you guys, we also have amazing reputation, incredible reviews, amazing feedback. You know, every single one of our iconic dolls, you know, they don't get that name for no reason, you guys. I'll tell you that. Like, that iconic nickname is not for no reason, you guys. They really, truly do become iconic dolls because the way that our surgeons work, and the way that our surgeons craft the body, and the way that our surgeons overall just transform every single one of our patients' bodies. It is something really mesmerizing. It is something really beautiful to see, because maybe you're at home thinking that you're too far away from your expectations. Maybe you're at home thinking that you don't have enough fat for a BBL, or your breasts have sagged too much, or you have too much excess skin, like for you to be able to see your abdomen, you know, with no excess skin ever again. And I'm here to let you guys know that those are normal thoughts that us as humans have, because we are anxious beings and we're nervous beings, and you know, that is normal thoughts that we experience, every single one of us. But I'm here to let you know right now to not self-diagnose yourself at your house, because there is something called surgeon's eye. And you know, a surgeon's eye is what a professional surgeon has, you know, when they're able to take a look at you, feel your skin, see how your body looks, hear about your goals, hear about your needs, and they'll be able to take you down the right path, down, you know, the right decision for your body type, for your wants and your needs, you guys. So you know, it is extremely important for you guys to do your research. And you may be wondering, well, why does she sound so confident, and why does she want me to do research? Because you guys, I'm here to let you know right now that Icon Cosmetic Center really is that clinic for you guys to, you know, take the next step. And not necessarily, you don't got to break the bank while you're trying to get your new banging body. You don't have to, you know, it doesn't have to be that way. You know, with these financial plans, with these promotions that we have going on, with these specials, don't forget, you guys have everything at your hands to be able to use to your advantage, okay? And if you're watching me outside of the state or outside of the country, and you're wondering, well, I want to get surgery with them, but you know, I stay in California, or I stay outside of the country, you know, Brazil or Panama, or you know, different areas, you know, I'm here to let you know right now that never put a stop to the show, you guys. I'm here to let you know that you can go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this blue folder that you see right here, in this blue contact form. Put your name, your phone number, and your email, you guys. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you, okay? Extremely important that you guys do remember that information, so that way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys. Another thing that I wanted to mention to you is that when we are, you know, looking forward to getting surgery, you know, and you may be wondering, oh, but you know, if I live outside of the state or outside of the country, you know, how am I supposed to, like, for how long am I supposed to stay in Miami? So you're supposed to stay in Miami for around 7 days, minimum of 7 days, 7 to 10 days, you guys. That is something that is super important, okay? That is something that is important for you guys to know and have the knowledge of, because when you are healing from a surgery, you guys, we have to remember that our body, you know, needs time to heal, needs time to process everything, you know, the surgery and the healing process. So what does that mean? That, you know, when we are taking the time to heal, we also have to allow our surgeons to be able to do follow-ups with us, you guys, okay? So what does that mean? Here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we really do care about every single one of our patients. And what do I mean by that? That, you know, we want you guys to allow us to, you know, do checkups on you. What does that mean? Follow-up checkups after your surgery. You know, I understand that sometimes you're like, oh, you know, but I have work or I have kids. But you guys, when you're getting surgery, this is an investment for yourself, and we have to respect the healing process, and we have to respect all of the rules and all the protocol things that we have to do, so that way we can get the best results possible. Okay, so I'm here to let you know right now that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it has never been easier like today right now for you to finally get your surgery. Okay, so I see here Kiana Shay, how are you doing today, love? Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Speaking it into existence that I'll be in one of y'all's office soon. Y'all definitely do work. Yes, we do. We do get to this work. We do get to these new banging bodies, you guys. I am letting you know now, it has never been easier for you to finally get your surgery, you guys, you know. So what are you waiting for to take advantage of all of these amazing promotions? You know, you need to make sure that you're not failing yourself. You need to make sure that when you are, you know, when you are looking forward to getting surgery, you want to make sure that you have everything planned ahead. So what does that mean? Like if you're coming outside the state or outside the country, that you can get to stay for 7 days minimum in the city of Miami. Now, you guys, the day that you get surgery doesn't count as day one. It's the next day after surgery that will be counting as day one, you guys, okay? And the reason, you know, there's a couple of factors as to why you have to wait to board a plane, you guys, because it can be dangerous. Those incisions can open up. You know, it can be extremely uncomfortable. You haven't even given enough time for the surgeon to do follow-ups with you, you guys. And this is something that we really do prioritize a lot. Like, we want to know, are you wearing your faja? Are you wearing your boards? Are you using your foams? Are you wearing your compression socks? Are you drinking enough water? Are you getting your massages? You know, are you eating high in protein? Are you walking around every hour, 15 or 20 minutes? You guys, all of these things, we really we're gonna be explaining this in detail. But you know, if you're thinking right now, wait, like this is a lot of information for me to grasp right now in just one sitting, I'm here to let you know, you guys, that you know, throughout the whole process, we're going to be teaching you things. We're going to be educating you on what it is that you have to be doing throughout your healing process, okay? So you don't have to worry about anything, you guys. You don't have to, you know, be nervous and stuff like that. Here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're going to be helping you with absolutely everything, which, you know, being nervous is completely normal, you guys. But when I'm letting you know now that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we are always going to make sure that we're educating you on absolutely everything that it is that you may be needing, okay? So what am I trying to say with this? That there's never such a thing as asking too many questions, you guys. There's never such a thing as asking dumb questions. And the reason why I'm saying this is because me, myself, I can get a little shy, you know, when I want to know about information. And I know I'm not the only one. So I'm letting you know now that there's no such thing as any of those things. All questions here are valid. All doubts are here valid. And we're here to help you out. We're here to educate you. We're here to make this process as smooth as possible and to make sure that you're getting the best results at the best hands possible. What does that mean? You know, that your health is right. Your medical labs is looking right. Your medical clearance is looking right. You know, that your body is in the best shape possible to receive the surgery, you guys. We're going to make sure that absolutely everything is up to date and ready to go for you to receive your surgery, okay? That is something that is extremely important. And I'm gonna tell you something now, you guys. Go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this blue folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys, okay? Those are things that are really important for you guys to know, because you know, when we're looking forward to getting surgery, you want to make sure that it's a highly professional staff, that is board certified surgeons, you know, that have many years of experience, like the surgeons that we have here that have over 10 years of experience, you guys. So I'm letting you know now, you don't have to keep looking any further. You know, maybe you've been looking for the right clinic. Maybe you've been trying to find out about every clinic and see how they are with their patients, how their results look, what their reviews are like. And I'm gonna tell you something, that we are a 10 out of 10 in every single area that I just mentioned, okay? And you can see it for yourselves. You could go to Icon Cosmetic Center on our Instagram, on our TikTok, look at those beautiful before and afters, take a look at those patients' testimonies. You know, here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we are very transparent, safe space. What does that mean? That we are always gonna have your best interest in mind. We're always gonna be looking for ways to overpass your expectations. You know how many patients, it's like 99.9% of patients be like, oh, I'm in love with my results, I love my body, and it's 1 week, 2 weeks post-op, and I tell them, I'm like, you are literally gonna be in love, in awe when you see your final results. Because you guys, when it's 1 week post-op, 2 weeks post-op, our body's still swollen, our body's still healing, our body's still inflamed. That's not even our final result. But I'm here to let you know right now that should tell you already what kind of clinic we are, what we consist of, and what we bring to the table. Okay, you guys? So, like how I was telling you, here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we also have amazing financial plans that you can take greatly advantage of, okay, you guys? So let me tell you something right now. When you are coming here to Icon Cosmetic Center, we don't play when it comes to the results. The results be resulting, you guys, okay? And we also are always going to make sure that your body, that your health is in the best shape possible to receive this surgery, okay, you guys? So, like how I was telling you, here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we have amazing financial plans, okay? And our financial plans, the companies that we do these financial plans with are Alpha on Credit and Care Credit, you guys, okay? In case you were wondering, those are the companies that we do our financial plans with, okay, you guys? So, like how I was telling you guys, for a BBL, you can pay as low as $29 weekly or $129 monthly, you guys, okay? So for a BBL is a fat transfer to the buttocks, you guys. So a BBL is a fat transfer to the buttocks and to the hips. Basically what this consists of is that, when you're getting a BBL, it's because you're looking for more projection, you're looking for more volume, you're looking for more curves, more hips, all of that good stuff, you guys, right? So I'm letting you know now that with the BBL, we use ultrasound guidance here at Icon Cosmetic Center. And in case you don't know the correlation between what does ultrasound have to do with BBLs, let me explain. So the ultrasound is a very fundamental part of the surgery because it allows the surgeon to see everything that is going on the inside of the buttocks, you guys. It allows the surgeon to see, where they're placing the cannula. It allows the surgeon to see where they're disposing the fat. The fat will be going over the muscle, above the muscle, you guys, of course. And the whole entire time with the ultrasound guidance, the surgeon gets to see everything that is going on throughout the whole surgery, you guys. So they get to see the inside of your buttocks, where they're disposing the fat, where they're placing the cannula, okay, you guys? So, like how I was saying, for a BBL, you can pay as low as $29 weekly or $129 monthly, you guys. And one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about when we are, thinking about getting a BBL and we're super excited and we just can't wait, we want to have everything ready and we're so thrilled to go ahead and buy our stage 1 faja. I'm here to let you know, you guys, don't buy from like Amazon or TikTok, because the thing is that most of those fajas are not surgical fajas and they're most likely waist straightening, okay? So there's a big difference in between surgical fajas and waist strainers. From the material to the purpose to the function is completely different, you guys, okay? So I'm gonna be giving you a little tip for me to use so that way you save yourself some money and you don't pay for a faja that you're not even really gonna use. Because let me tell you something, you're not gonna know what size you are until right after your surgery, you guys, okay? So what am I saying? That the stage 1 faja is gonna be provided by Icon Cosmetic Center, you guys. So your stage 1 faja, you're gonna be purchasing it from us, and I recommend you getting 2 because let me explain. First of all, the reason why I recommend you guys getting your stage 1 faja here with us is because you're not going to know what size you are until right after you get the surgery. So when you wake up with surgery, you're already going to have the faja on, you guys, okay? So that is something that is really, really important for us to remember and for us to, keep in mind, because we don't have to go out of our way and purchase it from somewhere else, because 9 times out of 10, you're not even going to use the faja that you purchased, you guys, okay? So that is something that is really, really, really important for you guys to remember, okay, you guys? So for the faja, the faja has to be tied on your abdomen area, on your back, on your flanks, but it does not have to be tied whatsoever on your glutes or on your hips, okay, you guys? The reason to this is because this is brand new fat that has been put into your buttocks, for more volume, more projection, more rounded glutes, more of that hourglass figure, more hips. So what happens is that since it's this brand new fat that's being put into our buttocks, we cannot put, you see how I'm sitting on this couch right now? If I was 2 weeks post-op, 4 weeks post-op of BBL, I would not be able to be putting my direct glutes on this couch. Why? Because then I'm gonna be killing my new fat cells. I'm not allowing any blood supply to get to my new fat cells. So, you know, I can literally deform my butt because I haven't even given enough time for my glutes, for my body to process this brand new fat cells and, you know, allow these fat cells to survive. Okay, you guys, so that's why it's important for us to avoid any tight clothing during this time, you know, any very tight fajas. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that the faja does have to be tight, you know, it does have to be making compression on your abdomen, on your flanks and on your back, but it cannot be way too tight to the point where you can't even move in it. When you talk, it hurts. When you make sudden movement, it hurts. No, you guys, because let me tell you something. When you get a faja that is too tight, the constant friction of the skin and the faja going at it together can make you develop faja burns, you guys, okay? So that is something that is really, really, really important for us to remember. Now, for a BBL, you can pay as low as $29 weekly or $129 monthly. For a breast augmentation, you can pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly, you guys. So a breast augmentation is when we use saline or silicone implants for, you know, fuller breasts, more, you know, projection, more volume, more that side boob, more that cleavage. So, you know, all of these things are great indications that so all of these things can help us out a lot to, you know, receive the upper pull fullness, that breast projection that we're looking for. Okay, you guys. So the different kinds of incisions for a breast augmentation could be the following: on the areola, under your boob, or on the armpit, you guys. Okay, so you could choose either 3 out of the 3. You could go ahead and pick. And, you know, the thing is that I don't really think that you can go ahead and pick like that. Let me take that back, because every single surgeon has a different way of working, you guys. And we always have to listen to the surgeon's recommendation. So what does that mean? When we're thinking about getting a specific size, or maybe we already have a size in mind, or, you know, maybe we already have like a couple of things in mind, that's completely fine, you guys. You can go ahead and have those things in mind and bring them up in conversation with your surgeon in the consultation, you guys. Okay, so the thing what I'm saying is that there is a couple of different factors that play out when we are trying to get a breast augmentation. You know, your skin elasticity, how much breast tissue you have, and the width of your chest are 3 really, really important factors that do play out in the decision making of what is the right implant size for you. So I'm here to let you guys know that with all of this information that I'm sharing with you, you gotta really, really take in consideration and always listen to your surgeon's recommendations, to your surgeon's judgment, since, you know, they have what they call a surgeon's eye. He or she will be able to see your breast and see your skin elasticity, see what's the width of your breast, and they'll be able to tell, okay, you know, like, she could go ahead and get this many cc's, or he could go ahead and get these many cc's, you know, anything like that, you guys. So I'm letting you know now for you to make sure that you are always listening to the surgeon's recommendations, okay? So for a Lipo 360, you can pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly, you guys. By the way, for a breast augmentation, in case you missed it, you can pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly, you guys, okay? So Lipo 360, what it consists of is we're removing unwanted fat and stubborn skin, you guys, okay? Or stubborn fat, not skin, sorry, you guys. Unwanted fat or stubborn fat, and, you know, no matter how many workouts we do, no matter how much diet we do, sit-ups, cardio, planks, it just won't go away, you guys. And sometimes we store fat in really, really, you know, stubborn areas that it's just really hard to get rid of. And you don't necessarily have to be putting up with that the rest of your life. You could literally get a Lipo 360 at a discounted price. You could pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly, and you can get your surgery done with one of our amazing board certified surgeons that all have over 10 years of experience, you guys, okay? So the Lipo 360, in case you're getting confused by the name, a 360 is a full circle, right, you guys? So that's how the Lipo 360 takes place. It's a full circle of your front, your flanks, and your back, you know, and it removes all the unwanted fat, all the stubborn fat, okay? So for a tummy tuck, you can pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly, you guys. So for a tummy tuck, you know, it is extremely important that we remember, for a tummy tuck, you know, this is what removes excess skin. This is what repairs the abdominal muscle. This is what, you know, fixes like the position of our belly button. So let me tell you a couple of indications that you will be a good candidate for a tummy tuck. Let's say you've been pregnant in the past, and you know our stomach has to stretch out when we are looking forward to, you know, when we are looking forward to having our baby. That's how the baby grows, which is completely normal. Now that you've given birth, you are experiencing some excess skin at the lower part of your abdomen area. You are seeing that your belly button kind of looks like it's hooding down, kind of looks like a sad face. You know, these are all great indications that you will be an amazing candidate for a tummy tuck, you guys. So, like how I was saying, now, when the tummy tuck is being performed, you know, they repair your abdominal muscle, they do lipo on the flanks, and they go ahead and stretch out that skin as much as they possibly can. They fix your belly button, make sure that it's well nice and centered and symmetrical with the rest of your body, and then they go ahead and remove the excess skin, you guys, okay? So that's what the tummy tuck basically consists of, and you can pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly, you guys. Now, for a mommy makeover, what it basically consists of is a tummy tuck with a breast surgery of your choice, of your preference. So let me explain. First, for a mommy makeover, you can pay as low as $39 weekly or $149 monthly, you guys. So for a mommy makeover, you know, it's a tummy tuck where it repairs the abdominal muscle, does lipo on the flanks. Once they're done doing that, they stretch out that skin, make sure your belly button is well nice and centered and symmetrical, and it's not going to be looking like a sad face or like it's hooding down anymore. And then they're going to go ahead and remove the excess skin, you guys. Now, after, they're going to be moving along to the breast. So now the breast, there's gonna be 4 options of where you could choose from. It could either be a breast augmentation, a breast lift, a breast reduction, or a breast fat transfer, you guys. Now, let's say that you want to get just a breast reduction. You absolutely can go ahead and do that. Let's say you want to get a breast lift with a breast fat transfer. You could go ahead and do it also, you guys. Here at Icon Cosmetic Center, there's many different ways as to how we can combine your procedures. So, let me proceed. So, the breast lift with a breast augmentation, for example, let's say that you're looking forward to getting the most upper pole fullness that you can possibly get. Let's say that you're looking forward to, you know, getting absolutely everything that you can possibly get. So I'm letting you know now, you guys, that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, there's many different ways as to how you can combine your procedures, which is something so amazing that we can get to witness and we can get to experience, because that way we can get a more complete surgery. So, like how I was saying, for a mommy makeover, you can pay as low as $39 weekly or $149 monthly, you guys, which is extremely affordable. You know, these financial plans make it so easy for us to finally receive our surgery, and for us to know, you know, not necessarily be such a hard, or, you know, maybe you thought that it was going to be impossible for you to get your surgery. So I'm letting you know now that it's actually not impossible whatsoever at all. It's actually never been easier than today, right now, this year, 2025, April 4th. Okay, you guys? So, as I was telling you, for a labiaplasty, you can pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly, you guys. So for a labiaplasty, you know what this surgery consists of. It's outside of the vagina, so it's on the labia lips and on the clitoral hood, you guys. So this surgery, you know, can help you to rejuvenate the area, can help you maybe if you're being self-conscious, or maybe if you're experiencing some like friction issues, you know, when we're wearing panties or pants, you know, and we have to wear panties and pants for the rest of our life. You know, we can't go outside naked, right? So this is something that you will literally be dealing with every single day of your life. And, you know, I know that there's ladies out there that can relate, that they can identify themselves with what I'm saying right now. So that's why I'm explaining to you guys in great detail, so that way you guys have a perfect understanding of what this surgery can be used for. Since it's not as popular as BBLs, as breast augmentations, but it's something that is for sure needed amongst the, you know, the women community. Okay, you guys? So I'm letting you know now that you can get that fixed. You don't have to keep dealing with that. You don't have to keep being annoyed at the thought of even wearing panties and pants, you guys, because this is something that you're gonna have to do for the rest of your life, you know. So you might as well go ahead and find a permanent solution to this issue, like a labiaplasty. Okay, you guys? Another example of what it could be is when you are having sex, you know, and you are constantly thinking about what's going on down there in your situation. You can't even grasp what's going on because you're just really self-conscious and you're not feeling at your best with your situation down there. Well, I'm here to let you know right now that with the labiaplasty, you could use it to rejuvenate the area. You could use it to remove skin off the labial lips and off the clitoral hood. And you know, you could use it to your advantage to permanently fix this issue, you guys, okay? So for a labiaplasty, you can pay as low as $18 weekly or $99 monthly. For a tummy tuck and BBL, the combination of both procedures is the perfect example of how we combine procedures here at Icon Cosmetic Center, which, by the way, we can combine them in many different ways. So, for tummy tuck and BBL, you can pay as low as $39 weekly or $149 monthly, you guys. Now, last but not least, for lipo and breast augmentation, the combination of both procedures, you can pay as low as $39 weekly or $149 monthly, you guys. So extremely important that we do remember this information and that we keep this information in mind, so that way we can go ahead and take advantage of all of these amazing financial plans that are taking place right now, that are literally going to be helping us out so much into finally, you know, being able to get our surgery, you guys, okay? So by the way, the companies that we do these financial plans with are Alphon Credit and Care Credit, you guys. Just in case you guys were wondering, you know, what are you guys waiting for to finally, you know, taking that next step and, you know, doing this for yourself and prioritizing yourself? Go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this blue folder. You guys put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you, okay? Extremely important that you guys do remember this information, since, you know, we can take great advantage of all of these amazing promotions taking place right now. Okay, you guys, so go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this blue folder, name, phone number, and email, you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining the live today. Happy Friday. Stay tuned, as we'll be coming back with more information and lots of exciting news that you can take great advantage of, you guys, okay? So thank you so much for joining the live today. Again, happy Friday and stay tuned.